Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Thanks to the team over at Simba Toys and Jada, we're going to be taking a look at 3 of their Marvel themed vehicles, that being Iron Man and his 2016 Chevy Camaro, Groot and his 1963 Volkswagen Bus pickup, and of course Spider-Man and his 2017 Ford GT. Now for those of you looking to add any of these to your collection, I will of course provide links down in the description box below where you can check out some of the other different themes that Jada are currently running. Taking a very quick look here at the box, you can see it's very standard for what we've all come to know and expect with these Jada vehicles. These ones do in fact come with the diecast figure, much like we got with the Batman releases, as well as the Black Widow that we took a look at previously. And as we spin around here to the back, you can see you've got some of the other figures in the range, such as the Black Panther, as well as the Iron Man, and of course the Spider-Man, both of which we'll be taking a look at in today's video. The box for all 3 of these is pretty much the same across the board. Of course, you can see we've got some different box art depending on the character. So we've got Baby Groot there, and of course we've got Spider-Man on this particular one. But without further ado, let's crack all 3 of these open and see what they have in store for us. So, starting off firstly by taking a look here at the Iron Man and 2016 Camaro. I think this is probably one of my favourite from this Marvel lineup, as it looks fantastic. The actual Iron Man figure itself has not only been sculpted really well, and is of course completely made out of die-cast, which really surprised me upon opening this out of the box. It's very heavy, but it's also been painted impeccably well. You can see this amazing metallic red that the entire figure's been painted in, and you can also pick out some really nice mustard gold there for the faceplate, as well as here for the arms, and we've even got some small details, such as the tiny little arc reactor. This is a great inclusion and looks fantastic alongside the 2016 Camaro, which is a really nice deco. You can see here we've got the arc reactor, which of course matches the Iron Man appearance. As we take a look here towards the top, we've got some panels which once again harken back to the suit design, but I just think the overall colorization looks so awesome, and the actual sculpt work of the vehicle itself is wicked. This Camaro is certainly one of my favorites, and you can see the detail here at the front looks fantastic. You've got the Camaro logo there slap bang in the center, and the overall detail just looks so awesome. Here for the wheels, you can pick out the brake discs. In the actual interior, these do in fact spin and are indeed rubber, which is super cool, and you can see some really nice looking paintwork going along the side. As we take a look here towards the back, once again some fantastic detail, nice chrome here, as well as for the exhausts, and you've also got the Marvel logo, and some special features do include that you can actually lift and raise the trunk here at the back, so you can store whatever you so desire in there. And if we come here to the front, it can be rather difficult to do, but you are able to actually come here to this and flick this section here up, which will reveal some fantastic engine detail. You can see how that's been completely cast out of a chrome piece, and we've also got some lovely detailing actually around this as well, which is just so awesome. The doors can indeed open and close, and we also do reveal some interior detail, which also is a super nice touch. You can even pick out some smaller details on the actual dashboard there, which is awesome. And as we take a look here towards the other side, you can once again see some nice seat detailing, as well as some really nice looking dashboard detail. So overall, definitely a very awesome looking vehicle. Even as we flip here to the underside, we do reveal some underneath detail, which is something that they just did not have to do, but I'm so glad that they did. Definitely a very awesome looking vehicle. But then we turn to the Spider-Man and Ford pack, and I've got to say that this also could be one of my favorites, as the actual detailing to the vehicle once again is fantastic, but the deco that they've applied to this is perfect for Spider-Man. Much like Iron Man, we do get a figure which has been completely cast out of die cast, and you can see some amazing paint. The metallic on these figures really does look awesome. You can see a really nice metallic blue as well as red there for the suit, and the actual sculpt work too, for a figure which is quite small, certainly isn't bad at all. Actually taking a look at the vehicle itself, you can see it's very sleek, very elegant, and certainly very stylish. I absolutely love the detail here on the top, such as that Spider-Man insignia, and you can see there we've got Protector of New York written there. As we spin our attention here to the front, we've got the web detailing, which has been decoed across the entire front with the Ford insignia, and you can also see some lovely detail here for the headlights, which I think has turned out awesome. Taking a look here from a side perspective, you can just see how elegant this vehicle looks, once again with some carbon fiber and spiderweb detailing scattered throughout the doors. Spinning around here to the back, really nice attention to detail here. I love all of these sharp angles that we've got going on. You can see the exhausts, the rear lights there, and the actual spoiler here is able to be risen and lowered to your own personal desire, which I actually think is super cool. We can actually open the doors. They do swing upwards, which much like the Iron Man set does also reveal some nice internal detailing, and you can in fact also lift this front section up, which much like Iron Man can be rather difficult to do, but that does reveal some nice hollow detailing. I guess this is where the trunk would be. Instead of being at the back, for this particular vehicle it's placed at the front, But you can see there's some lovely carbon fiber detail, and even as we spin here to the side, you've also got some really nice paintwork, and the entire frame across the board for all of these vehicles is in fact die-cast, so it really does add a great sense of weight to these pieces. And then we turn to the third and final, and potentially the wackiest out of all three. Here we've got Groot and his Volkswagen Bus pickup. Now, Groot here is a really nice looking figure. You can see the detail. He actually is probably the best detailed across the board. I really love how this guy's turned out. The paintwork too is fantastic, and the actual weight of the figure too is also really noticeable, so definitely a super awesome inclusion. And I just love the face sculpt on this guy. You can see how awesome that truly is, and really nice attention to detail there for the eyes as far as the paint is concerned. But the actual Volkswagen Bus is really wacky. I actually really like this. You can see how they've given this an almost Groot motif with this wooden effect scattered throughout the vehicle, which I actually think works pretty well. You can see we've got I am Groot written there at the back. All of the rims have been cast out of a super nice chrome, which I think looks awesome, and we've also got rubberized tyres. But you can see here for the front, the VW logo there looks awesome, as well as the chrome section for the bumper, as well as around here for the headlights, all of which look fantastic. And I also think the colorization is awesome. Of course, we've got green, we've got brown, and we've got white. I just think it works so awesome. And you can also actually open the doors, which once again does reveal some very nice internal detailing, as well as a chrome steering wheel. As we flip here to the underside, you can also see some fairly nice sculpt work, such as the chrome here, which is something that they really didn't have to do. And even at the back of the vehicle too, this has turned out really well. And you can actually flip this section open to reveal some awesome chrome detail, which once again is just so cool. We can also take this section here, lift this up and fold this down, much like the real vehicle, and I think that wooden effect just looks so cool. So definitely, once again, not a bad piece by any stretch of the imagination, and I actually really love how imaginative these are. Of course, these are vehicles that we never really see these characters actually sport on screen, but I think that what Jada have done here by taking some of the major design traits from their suits or costumes and applied them to the vehicles is really well done, and I'm thoroughly impressed, especially with how this one turned out, as I was a little on the fence. I was wondering how the final result would actually look, but I think it looks really awesome, especially there from a side perspective. Definitely very different from anything we've taken a look at from this Jada range so far. And so, some final thoughts. Much like all of these Jada Toys releases, I think the detail on all of these is pretty impeccable. The paintwork is astonishing, and the attention to detail to the actual vehicles themselves too is mesmerizing. There are no other die-cast vehicles on the market, at least that come to my mind, that are as good as these for the price point. I think these are excellent. They've got entire die-cast frames, which not only adds a great weight to the actual vehicle itself, but also gives you that impression that you're handling something a little more high-end when in comparison to some of the other plastic vehicles that you could find. I really like the extra steps that Jada are taking, such as the lift-up engine, the lift-up spoilers, of course the boots that you can open, as well as the trunks. I just think that is so cool. It's something they didn't have to do, but it just adds a little more playability to these, and of course display options as well. I really like the internal detailing, and the included minifigures as well are really awesome. For their scale, they look really cool, and much like the vehicles have been painted wicked, as well as also have been cast completely out of die-cast. I would love to know down in the comment section below, out of these three specific Marvel themed sets, which is your personal favourite. I personally am on the fence in regards to the Iron Man and Spider-Man set. I'm just not completely sure as to whether or not I prefer the Camaro over the Ford, as they're both really awesome looking vehicles, and as mentioned beforehand, the Volkswagen Bus, whilst is not my favourite, I definitely think has turned out a lot better than I suspected, and I also really like the detail that they were also able to apply to that. So with all that being said, I once again want to say a massive thank you to Jada and Simba Toys for sending these here my way for a review. We've got a few other Jada vehicles on the horizon, so be sure to hit that subscribe button to stay tuned for those videos, and as always, you can check out the links down in the description box below for those who wish to pick any of these up. I thank you all so much for watching, and until my next review, I'll see you then. Thanks for watching.